Federal workers are no longer required to get the COVID-19 vaccine. President Biden dropped that mandate today. He also revoked the requirement for international air travelers. The new rules come just 2 days before the national COVID-19 public health emergency expires. Time is ticking for schools to use tens of billions of dollars in federal COVID relief money. It's meant to help students after learning challenges caused by the pandemic.
Our IT wanted to know how much was spent and how much time is left. Senior investigative reporter Paula Vassan got an inside look at how the money has been put to use so far.
At Beasley Elementary School in St. Louis County.
I have a new game for us. It's called The Great Race.
He's number 6.
You'll find Julie Wharton doing what she loves most.
Is she measuring in inches or centimeters?
Inches.
And I've always wanted to be a teacher. Show them that math is a positive thing and you can have a lot of fun in math.
Helping students like 11-year-old Aaliyah Abram catch up.
Especially like multiplying and stuff like that.
After 2 years of a virtual classroom.
Sometimes you would disconnect with the teacher, or you couldn't get into the thing on time, so they would tardy you. The internet wouldn't work, or you couldn't hear them properly, or like the microphones would mess up.
That must have been frustrating.
It was frustrating.
Which is longer, 1 inch or 1 centimeter?
So Wharton is now one of 34 new instructors, also called interventionists, spread out among 19 schools in the Melville School District. And it's thanks to $14 million in federal funding the district has gotten to offset learning loss caused by the pandemic.
Do you feel like the COVID learning loss is now wiped out?
It is not wiped out. We still have a lot of work to do.
Students here fell up to 2 grades behind in math and a full grade behind in reading following the pandemic. District officials say they've since cut that loss in half by spending the vast majority of their federal funding for more teachers, tutoring, and after-school programs.
Do you think the millions of dollars in federal funding is going to really help to close the gap? Is it enough?
At this point, I don't think it's enough. I think we need to continue providing the money and the resources for our students to learn.
In all, schools in Missouri are getting $3 billion, largely to help students catch up. Schools have until September to spend the next round of funds. And so far, local school districts are about 90% of the way there. They have to spend the final amount by September 2024, when the funding expires. So far, Missouri schools have divvied out about 40% of those funds, with about $1 billion left to spend. Beasley Elementary School's principal, Andrea Dean, says spending the money in time will not be a problem because the need is so great.
How do you feel about the fact that this funding has a 3-year limit?
That's a challenge. What's going to happen after next year? It's a little bit scary.
More than half of her students live at or below the poverty line.
If you had more poverty in your school district, you receive proportionally a larger amount.
Says Chris Neal with the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education.
You tend to see greater need, greater cost among students who are economically disadvantaged. It's the whole reason we have a federal interest in education, is to help level the playing field.
For students like Abram, it's a race to catch up.
Where do you line up your ruler?
And for teachers like Wharton, it's pressure to make up for lost time before time runs out.
I think we need to continue providing the money and the resources for our students to learn.
Many educators are worried about the federal funding coming to an end, saying these financial resources have been desperately needed. Their big challenge now is how to make the best use of these one-time funds, knowing they will not last forever. For the I-Team, Paula Vassan, 5 on your side.
And if you want to get in touch with Paula directly, just email her at paula@ksdk.com.